Hello friends, we'll now understand a very important theorem of linear algebra which is called Jacobi's theorem, right? So now let's understand the statement of the theorem and then we'll prove the result. So the statement of the theorem says that suppose you have a determinant delta, right? And you have another determinant delta dash. Now delta dash has all elements are corresponding cofactors of elements of डेल्टा. तो यहाँ पे क्या है कि हर एलिमेंट जो है वो डेल्टा के एलिमेंट्स का कोफैक्टर है, विच मीन्स दिस कैपिटल A1 is cofactor of A1, then capital B1, this is cofactor of B1, and so on. So every capital letter AI is, let's say, cofactor of small ai. So this is given, these are two determinants. So delta is a determinant and delta dash is another determinant whose every element is cofactor of the corresponding elements of delta. Alright. So now the statement of the, let's say, what happens if I multiply delta and delta dash? Let's say we multiply these two. So we multiply delta with delta dash. So we are going for row wise multiplication. We are going for row into row multiplication. So what you find in the first element is A1 plus small b1 into capital B1 plus C1 capital C1. Then you have small a1 into capital A2 plus B1 capital B2 plus C1 capital C2. Then you have A1 capital A3 plus B1 capital B3 plus C1 capital C3, right? Then we start with the second row of the first determinant, so we get A2 capital A1 plus B2 capital B1 plus C2 capital C1. Then you get A2 capital A2 plus B2 capital B2 plus C2 capital C2, and then you have A2 A3 plus B2 B3 plus C2 C3, and then finally we get the last row, which is A3 A1 plus B3 B1 plus C3 C1, A3 A2 plus B3 B2 plus C3 C2. Simply multiplying the two determinants, and then you finally get A3 plus B3 capital B3 plus C3 times capital C3. Alright, and now recall that if I multiply every element with the corresponding cofactor and I add the result, then we get the value of the determinant. Now this was the theorem that we studied in the initial part of the chapter during the expansion of determinant. So we understood this theorem. And also if I multiply the elements of a row with cofactors of the elements of another row, in that case we get the value 0. So this was also the theorem. But we have already studied these two theorems in expansion of determinant, right? So now we make the use of this particular result to obtain that delta into delta dash now will be equal to, now look at this carefully, this element here, the first row first column, this element now becomes the value of the determinant delta. The remaining element is 0 and then 0. Then you have 0 right? This element is 0, and then this element has the value delta क्योंकि हर एलिमेंट अपने कोफैक्टर से मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा है. Then you have 0, then you have 0, 0, and again you have delta, and this is a diagonal determinant, so its value will be delta times delta times delta, which is equal to delta cube. And if delta is not equal to 0, then we get delta dash is equal to delta square. We get delta dash is equal to delta square, right? This particular result is called, this is called Jacobi's theorem. This result is called Jacobi's theorem. All right. So we can also generalize this result. So in case of generalization, suppose you have a determinant like a11, a12, a13 up to a1. Then you have a21, a22, and so on up to a2n, and finally you have an1, an2 up to ann, right? So suppose I call this determinant as delta, and I multiply this determinant with another determinant which is actually obtained by using the cofactors of this. So I am denoting the cofactors with capital letters. So capital A11 is cofactor of small a11, capital A12, and so on up to a1n. Then you have capital A21, A22 up to a2n, and then you get an1, an2 up to ann. We get this value, and if I multiply these two, let's call this determinant as delta dash. So if I multiply these two, I straight away get delta into delta dash is equal to, now again when you multiply this row with this row, you get the value of the determinant which is delta. Next element will be 0 क्योंकि हम फर्स्ट रो के एलिमेंट्स को सेकेंड रो के कोफैक्टर्स से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. देन अगेन 0, तो इस तरह से बाकी सब 0 आ जाएंगे. दिस इज 0, डेल्टा 0, 0, एंड सो ऑन. वी गेट 0, 0, 0, finally delta, and this is a diagonal determinant, so its value will be delta to the into delta, and so on into delta n times, right? And this is same as delta to the power n. And again, if delta is not equal to 0, then delta dash will be equal to delta to the power n minus 1. This is the generalization of this result. So what the Jacobi's theorem states is, the theorem, what this does this theorem exactly states is, what the theorem actually states is, if we replace all elements of nth order determinant with the corresponding cofactors, then the value of the new determinant, new determinant is the one obtained by replacing the elements. The value of the new determinant is value of old determinant, let's say value of the given determinant to the power n minus 1. So this is the value of the new determinant, where n is order of the determinant, n is order, and we assume that the value of the given determinant is not equal to 0. We assume this, right? Because we use this assumption here, otherwise you cannot cancel the factor of you cannot cancel this particular factor of delta on both the sides until or unless delta is non-zero. So delta should be non-zero, only then you can cancel the determinant. So this statement is called the Jacobi's theorem. It's a very important theorem in linear algebra.